Hey guys, it's Dr. Braddock, and I want you to think for just 2 minutes about something with me. Let's imagine that you go home tonight, you go into your house, and nothing works. Your TV won't turn on, your computer won't turn on, your refrigerator's cold, none of the light switches work, every appliance in your house doesn't work. What are you going to do? Odds are, if you're like most sensible, logical thinking people, you're going to go straight to the breaker box, right? When you go to the breaker box, you're going to figure out what breaker is flipped out of position. You're going to flip that back, and voila, without really any electrical ability whatsoever, you've got everything back in your house functioning just because you thought critically for a moment. And you thought, really, do I need to call a mechanic? Do I need to replace light bulbs? Do I need to buy new appliances? None of that seems to make sense because they did function at one time and now they're not functioning. The fact is, everything relies on power. It doesn't matter if you have a 70-inch flat screen, or it doesn't matter if you have, the giant refrigerator that everyone has on cribs. The fact is, if you don't have power supply to that, it can't function. It doesn't matter how nice it is. Every appliance has to have a power supply. Stop for a second and think about all of the organs in your body as appliances, right? We already think of them as appliances because everyone wants to cut it out and replace it, right? If one gets old, well, we'll just take it out and replace it with a new one, or just take it out because maybe you've just got extra. The fact is, we need to stop and look at those from that same standpoint of why are they not functioning? Could it be a problem with the power supply? And if so, why don't we go to the breaker box? Why don't we go to all the circuit switches? And the fact is, those circuit switches are in your spine. Because the electrical system of the body is the nervous system. You know that your house, it doesn't matter how amazing a house you build, if it is poorly wired or it has no electrical system whatsoever, it can never function. You could never get the most out of that home or out of that appliance or out of anything that needs power supply if it does not have the correct power supply. Your power supply of the body is your brain and your nervous system. It's your nerves that are going to every single cell, organ, and tissue of your body. And if there's pressure on a nerve and the brain can't get that signal or the electric impulse to that organ will get sick, it will dysfunction, it will disease, and over time it will just totally stop working altogether. We have that going on every day in the United States. We have people that have stomach disorders, so they take a stomach pill, right? They have heart problems, they take heart pills. They've got lung problems, they take inhalers. They've got menstrual problems, they take, pills for that. There is a pill for every ill, and the fact is there are hundreds of pills for every ill, and we're thinking of new ones every single day. You would not operate the way that people operate for their health and the health of their family. A lot of times they would no way do in any other facet of their life. They wouldn't go home, none of the lights work, they wouldn't start changing light bulbs, right? They wouldn't go look for a better light bulb or a newer light bulb if their car was not functioning. And I've started to be a bunch of indicators that are popping up on the dash, check engine oil, low fuel, all that stuff. They wouldn't just cover all that up with a big piece of tape and keep driving. Pure logic would not allow you to do that. But when it comes to our health, we've slowly become lulled away from the actual true definition of health to where that's what we're doing day in and day out, is we're looking at our bodies through the eyes of a chemical engineer rather than an electrical engineer. And the fact remains that if you have a vertebra, a backbone, or a spine that has been misplaced or it's been misaligned and it's choking and irritating those nerves, no matter what you do, whether it's allopathic medicine and it's a lot of drugs and surgery, or it's a ton of nutrition, a ton of diet, a ton of exercise, none of those things can overcome trapped or smashed nervous system other than a chiropractic adjustment. If you know somebody who does not know that message, they're frustrated, right? It's not that they're not intelligent or that they're not trying. They're doing everything they can with some of the top minds in the country helping them along the way, but they continue to get further away from the mark rather than closer to it. Tell them about chiropractic. If they're near our office, tell them about our office. If they're not, we'll find them a chiropractor somewhere near that they can get their power supply restored so the body can actually function at 100% of its ability. I hope this video has been informative. I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.